It's everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains, to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the bootleg. Grabbed behind the line. It's Scatterbo. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Pocket starts to collapse. Grabbed over the middle. It's Henderson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Got it past the marker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Fast motion from the offense. He'll just keep slinging it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati, and one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Bearcats offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Gonna run it. It's Pryor. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Sun Devils offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
2nd down coming up. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. On the move is the 30. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Here comes the field goal unit as he'll try to get the 3. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And the Bearcats get enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial out the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yard. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Bearcats with the 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. It's good. And that's going to tie it up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to New Mexico. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll throw it on first down. Works the middle of the field. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He wants to throw it again. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing.
He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
It's caught. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Arizona State 6, Cincinnati 3.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To the air, it's Sorsby. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 31, set to kick off.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't...
Why?